Up next, we have Jon Watts. Directed a little movie we're here celebrating today. We are very excited to talk to him and congratulate him on such an incredible premiere. Hello! Hey Jon, I'm Tamara.
How are you?
I'm great, how are you?
I'm great.
So, what's it like? I mean, I know you've been traveling with the film, but being here home in Hollywood, seeing all of these people lined up for your movie.
This is so exciting. I've been inside the theater too when this is happening. So hi everyone inside the theater.
Are we live feeding into the theater too?
I think so, and everyone online. I'm such a huge fan. Like, to be a part of this event is just amazing.
Well, there are so many amazing things that you've brought to this film. You know, I know that you were looking to do a high school coming-of-age film when all this started happening. What was it about that particular genre that was attractive to you?
It's just a very exciting and dramatic time in everyone's life when you're growing up, and to be able to tell that story about Peter Parker was just irresistible.
And let's talk for a sec. So when Tom was cast, Civil War was happening.
Yes.
So talk a little bit about that process. I mean, because you're watching someone get cast in another movie that's not your own, knowing he's going to be your guy. What does that feel like? What's it like in the room when that's happening?
Well, I was very fortunate that the Russo brothers did all of the hard work in finding Tom, and then I just got to sort of show up. And, you know, there was never a moment after I saw Tom's audition tape and then watching him with Robert Downey Jr. together, there was never a moment of hesitation in my eyes.
One of the things that James Gunn has talked about with Guardians is that when he was writing the second movie, he actually had an easier time writing because he knew the characters' voices. Were there things, because you're one of the writers on the film as well as the director, were there things seeing Tom in Civil War that you specifically tried to craft towards his strengths once you had seen him because you knew his work a bit?
What was great about that film was that it just really captured the right spirit of who we wanted Peter Parker to be. So once that tone was established, it was just up to me to take the football and run.
Got it. And speaking of football, you've got some amazing teachers cast in this. Were there particular teachers that you were sort of doing an homage to when you were casting them? Anyone you want to give a shout out to?
I had a lot of amazing teachers in my high school, so I don't want to call anyone out by name just in case I get in trouble. But yeah, no, I was very fortunate to have a lot of very inspiring teachers. You
were also a self-described science nerd. So I know you made them go to the aquarium to bond. I know that you made the cast go on picnics. Did you make them do any chemistry?
I did not make them do any chemistry, but I did make them watch a bunch of 80s high school movies.
And what's your favorite? Which one do you go to? Mine is Breakfast Club. Like, that is my calling card.
I love Pretty in Pink.
How come?
I don't know. I'm just a romantic, I guess.
I think we all are a little bit. If John Hughes were here today and were able to see this film, what would you want him to say? What would you want him to walk away saying? What do you hope he'd say to you?
He'd probably say, hey, you guys are like ripping off my whole style. Like, you should have had me do it.
And let's talk a little bit too. You had some major action scenes in this film. Talk to me a little bit about shooting the Staten Island ferry scene, because that was incredible, and I know you guys used practical sets.
Yeah, we used a combination of a big set in Atlanta that we built that could rip in half. The actual ferry in New York City, they were amazingly gracious to let us actually shoot on the proper ferry, and to put that all together, I feel bad, you know, that we did so much damage to it because of how much they helped us out.
Well, I think they're going to be very happy when they see this movie. Have an amazing time at the premiere tonight. Thank you for coming to talk to us. You're welcome.